Shalom. All praise to
Shalom.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai.
Double honor to the apostles and elders of great millstone who will well and salutations to the hopeful elect that Jesus true sincerely across the four corners of the earth. And we me and Kwayong, we just kind of do another video on this Nimrod Day, this Christmas shit, man. Cause this wicked, we got some scriptures and we got some articles to put up to show y'all how wicked this holiday is, man. But before we get into scripture, this day Christmas is supposed to be a holy day, but the word holy means separate, and everybody, the whole world, celebrating this holiday. So how is it a holy day? How is it separate? You got all different nations celebrating Christmas. But yeah, you got it.
All right, it's Jeremiah 10:1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel.
Yeah, so this is what the Lord is speaking to you, house of Israel, because Israel is the only one who the Lord's dealing with. He not dealing with these other nations. So this what he's speaking to you.
Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
Yeah, so it say, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. Because the heathens, they dismayed, they afraid, or they excited when they see chariots or when they see eclipse or a blood moon or something. They get dismayed at that, because and we're not supposed to be like that, because that's what the heathens do. We're not supposed to do nothing what the heathens do. It say learn out the way of the heathen. Celebrating these pagan holidays is the way of the heathen. Even including Christmas. You keep going.
And also that dismayed at the signs of heaven could be that astrology. That a lot of these the nigga woman concerned with astrology. And, a lot of the Edomites is too though. They look for the signs and the stars and shit, and they be dismayed at them, like worried about that shit. Basically, worried about the wrong things. So that's another thing our people need to cut out is is that astrology and shit, like worrying about what sign you are and all that shit that don't even matter. So yeah, I'm gonna go to
Verse 3.
I'm at verse 3. For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with the axe.
Yeah, and that's about when people go cut their Christmas trees. Back in the day they used to cut the tree, the palm trees out of the forest and put it in their house. But now they got plastic trees. But you keep going.
They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers that it move not.
Right, that's what they do. They deck it with silver and gold, like that song. Deck the halls. They deck it with silver and gold. They decorate, put their decorations on it. That tree that they got from the forest. And they fasten it with nails so it won't move, so it won't tip over. But now they got like them little stands. Keep going.
They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born, because they cannot go. But not afraid. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil. Neither also is it in them to do good.
Okay, you go to Psalms 135:15. And yeah, that's why these other gods, they can't do nothing. They can't move. They statues, they can't move. They can't, for example, Buddha. When Buddha fat ass fall over, he can't get back up. And that's what these other idols is. That Christmas tree, man. That's an idol right there. That's a guy right there. It can't move. It can't do nothing. It can't do nothing for you. And the precept for that, what I got is that Psalms 135.
134:15.
Come, I'm gonna read it. Bear with us. But yeah, man, and Israel's caught up in that. You know, the Lord said don't do it, but they doing it anyway. You know, move this over here.
Psalms 135:15. The idols of the heathen are silver and gold, the work of man's hands.
Right, the idols of the heathens, these other nations, are are silver and gold, the work of man's hands, and that's what we just read. You know, back in that Jeremiah 10, they deck it with silver and gold. You know, and who these other nations, these heathens, with their hands. You keep going, verse 16.
Verse 16. They have mouths, but they speak not. Eyes have they, but they see not.
Right, they got mouths, but they speak not. Eyes have they, but they see not. They can't speak or see anything because it's fake. It's a idol. It can't move. It don't have no life. You keep going.
They have ears, but they hear not. Neither is there any breath in their mouths.
Yeah, and is they got ears, but they can't hear anything. It's no breath in their mouths. They dead. They dead. You know, spiritual and physically, man. You know, they don't have no type of living or no type of power. You know, but of course Israel want to follow the heathens and believe that they do. But we got some articles, and I'm about to go to the article. It's still recording. It's my screen recording. But and one of these idols is Nimrod. You know, because it's Nimrod. You know, it's idol's birthday today, and one of them are Nimrod. You know, Nimrod was a real human at first, but then they made a statue. You know, they start worshiping a statue, something that can't eat, breathe, shit, can't do nothing. But this an article on Nimrod. It say Nimrod started the great organized worldly apostasy, apostasy from the Most High, no, from God that has dominated this world until now. Nimrod married his own mother, whose name was Samirius. That's how you pronounce his name.
Samaritans.
Yes, Samirius. And how when you marry somebody, what is marriage? You know, back then they knew the laws and stuff. They knew the meaning of words. You know, sex, that's a marriage. So he had sex with his wife. You know, then and when he did that, they had cut his private part off. You know, it say after Nimrod's death, his so-called mother's wife, Samaris, propagated the evil doctrine of the survival of Nimrod as a spirit being. She claimed a full-grown evergreen tree sprang overnight from a dead tree stump, which symbolized the tree springing forth into new life of the dead Nimrod. So that's where that tree comes. That's where they get that tree come from. You know, and a little pause on this article. That was Nimrod's rod. It looked like a tree. Here go a picture of it. That's what it represents, though. You know, this tree, and and could you get that Genesis chapter 10? But Let me keep going. It say, which symbolize the springing forth unto new life of the dead Nimrod on each anniversary of his birth. She claimed Nimrod will visit the evergreen tree and leave gifts upon it. December 25th was and that's where they get that gifts from, She put it under that tree, But we go see what this tree, what else it represents. And these gifts. But that's later on the video. It say December 25th was the birthday of Nimrod. This is the real origin of the Christmas tree. So that Christmas tree come from Nimrod. That doctrine they was pushing. Traditionally, a Yule log was burnt in the fireplace on Christmas Eve, and during the night, as the log's embers died, there appeared in the room, as if by magic, a Christmas tree surrounded by gifts. The Yule log represented Nimrod, and sun god Nimrod, and the Christmas tree represented himself resurrected as his own son Tammuz. Tammuz. So that's where they get that from. The wood burning represents him. Him dying. Then him being resurrected is that tree. Cause what Nimrod was thinking, he was thinking if he had sex with his mom, he'll come back from his mom again, he'll come back from that same seed, because he still wanted to be ruling, he still wanted to rule, he was prideful, and we about to bring out a prideful thing he did in the scriptures in Jeremiah chapter 10. So Tammuz was the son of Nimrod, and he was born on the 25th also.
You mean Genesis?
Yeah. Genesis chapter 10 verse 8.
Yeah.
So that's what never mind. So like I ain't gonna say that. But yeah,
Genesis 10 and 8. And Cush begot Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one on the earth.
Right. So Nimrod come from the son of Cush. So Nimrod was a Cushite, and Nimrod's grandfather was Ham, so they was Hamites. And verse 9.
He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. Before it is said, even as Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Most High.
Yeah, so he was a mighty hunter. And that's what the word Nimrod means. A hunter. You keep going.
And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel.
Yeah, so he was the the beginning of his kingdom was Babel. He was the king of Babel. Yeah, can you go to chapter 11 now?
And the whole earth. You can start on 1?
Yeah.
All right. Genesis 11 and 1. And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech.
So everybody on the earth spoke one language, and that language they spoke was Hebrew. You keep going.
And it came to pass as they journeyed from the east that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there.
So this is where they dwelt at.
And they said one to another, Go to, let us make brick, and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar.
Yeah, so they was coming to build this tower.
And they said, Go to, let us build us a city and a tower, whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make us a name.
Right. Because they was separated. That's how you know the Lord was dealing with separation back then. You know, because what when Noah and them when they got off the boats, he divided the nations again. You know, but they was trying to make themselves a name. You keep going. It's like less we be scattered.
Lest we be scattered abroad onto the face of the whole earth.
So yeah, lest they be scattered, you know, and be separated. So they said, let's come together and have a one world government, you know.
And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men built.
Yeah, so you know the Lord ain't come down from his throne, you know. Who the Lord used? He used man, you know. He speak to his prophets. So they came down to see this city and this tower, you know, see what's going down.
And the Lord said, behold, the people is one. They have all one language. And this they began to do. And now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do.
So yeah, you know, they wanted to be one, and you know, whatever happened, they was gonna do it anyway. You know, they was being prideful. You know, they didn't care what the Lord said. They want to do it anyway.
Go to, let us go down, and there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech.
So yeah, the Lord changed their language. You know, they start speaking different languages so they couldn't understand each other. You know.
So the Lord scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build the city.
Yeah, they went their own way. They scattered. You know, the Lord scattered them, and they couldn't understand them. They couldn't understand each other no more. You keep going.
Therefore is the name of it called Babel, because the Lord did there confound the language of all the earth, and from thence did the Lord scatter them abroad upon the face of all the earth.
So he called it Babel, you know. And that's what the word Babel means, confusion. That was confusion. You know, it would have been confusion anyway, all of them together, you know, together in this city, that's confusion. You know, what nation are we then? Like, you know, if we different types of people, how could we be the same name? How could we have the same name? And that's what Esau do today. You know, he try to make his one world government. You know, but Esau, he went the highest with this. You know, he went past what they was doing. What they was doing was some, you know, compared to now, that was some little shit. You know, but yeah, that, but that's where, you know, and Nimrod was controlled. You know, Nimrod, that's the beginning of his kingdom. Babel, you know, and some others. You know. But yeah, that was just a little history on Nimrod, you know, the beginning of the Babylonians, you know, how it started and how Nimrod is, you know, that's an idol, and his birthday was on December 25th. But we got another idol, another article to show. But and this one is the fuck. What happened to the fucking article? Molech. And Molech birthday was December 25th. And this could be the last idol we got. We'll have. But Molech was born on December 25th. And basically what they was doing with Molech, they was sacrificing their children to Molech. You know, they'll put them in the furnace. They had their children walk in the furnace and surprise them. You know, and Aki want to speak on this Molech.
Yeah, they surprised them. And, you ain't get that article up there?
No, that's the.
Oh yeah, there you go. Picture of them right there. That's them. You see them sacrificing their kids to Molech. So they surprised them when they shut them doors and they turned that furnace up. It was a big ass furnace with with uh with Molech on the top of it. You know, a statue of him, and they'll sacrifice their kids to him, surprise them and shit. So that's basically like when you waking up, the kids wake up in the morning, they surprised and shit with the little presents and everything. Back then they surprised them with that heat and that furnace, and they used to sing like to drown out the music. I mean to drown out the screams of the kids and shit. That's where them Christmas carols and shit come from. So you know, and people and Jake still do it to this day when they sacrifice their kids. When they saying we don't believe in it, we just do it for the kids. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of the same thing. You sacrifice your kids to Molech, whether you know it or not. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why they actually use you in the spirit of Christmas. They try to get you in that spirit. That's a fucking wicked. That's a wicked demon. That's a spirit that they trying to give you.
Yeah, but you got any closing out scriptures?
Yeah, so people ain't gonna want to get none of this shit until you know what I'm saying. It's too late. They gonna keep worshiping these idols, these false gods, and these Babylonian holidays. That's what they call the holidays, but they supposed to be holy days or whatever you want to call them. So I'm gonna get Jeremiah 2:28. But where are thy gods thou hast made thee? Let them arise, if they can save thee in the time of thy trouble. For according to the number of the cities are thy gods of Judah. So yeah, so when it's time for you to stretch out to reach out to the Lord and try to call on Him when shit get to going when shit get to going wild crazy out here like rioting and that famine and that martial law, the RFID chip, and FEMA camps, and all that shit get to going. That's how the Lord, He already got that pre-ordered for you. Go call on your other guys. Don't call on me.
But yeah,
when it's that time. But yeah, we gonna close it.
But yeah, with that, you know. But yeah, with that, we just go close it out. And with that, we go give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone who grew well. And Lord willing, this video be edifying to elect brother or two. Learn not the way of the heathen. But with that, we're gonna say Abba Babal, Shalom.
Shalom. Hey, but you know it's only good.